Hey, what's going on, everyone? And it is B. Avery here for another episode of Just My Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And with this one right here, guys, we're talking We Own the City, HBO Max original series, episodes 1 and 2, a recap and review. Guys, I just want to let you know that this is going to be a spoiler-filled recap. I'm going to spoil it up, down, left, right, in, and out. As if you've already seen it, you have been warned. And if you happen to like this video, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, helping me reach my next large milestone or 40,000 subscribers. That would really help me out a lot. And as you can see on the screen, I have my social media handle at Just My Opinion 84. So if you would like to follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff, just go ahead and type it in your phone, click follow, and that will help me out a ton. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Now, this We Own the City is something that I really was looking forward to. Why is that? Well, I do like the cast. I do like John Bernthal, and I also like Wunmi Mosaku. And if I'm pronouncing her name incorrectly, please forgive me. Wunmi Mosaku. There she is, that wonderful sister right there. She was in Lovecraft Country. She was also in a number of other shows that I can't remember off the top of my head right now. She was also in His House, Batman v Superman, Fantastic Beasts, and Where to Find Them. But like I said, she popped up on the scene for me as Ruby Batiste in Lovecraft Country. Please, Misha Green, can we get a season 2 of that? But I also like John Bernthal. This guy right here, he is a great actor. The last large role that he was in was The Punisher. He was also in Baby Driver. He also did a fantastic job in King Richard, but he has this whole filmography right there. But these are the two people that I was looking forward to the most to check out this show. Also, I've heard so much speculation and buzz about this show because it's from the creators of The Wire. I've heard nothing but good things about The Wire. I've heard people say that The Wire is the best show that's ever popped up on television. I'm like, wow, that's saying a lot, because I remember when people were saying that about Breaking Bad. That was one of my favorite shows, but I never did watch The Wire, so I have no idea. I'm not able to compare it in any way, sense, or form. And so you guys let me know if you are a fan of The Wire, and if you are, if it's as great as everybody says it is, and also if you was looking forward to this show right here. Now, what it is about exactly is it is a crime drama. It's a 6-episode miniseries. It tells a story of the rise and fall of the Baltimore Police Department's Gun Trace Task Force and the corruption surrounding it. And y'all all know back in 2015, 16, 17, there was a lot of corruption. That's when Freddie Gray was murdered, and there was some indictments, and there was just a lot of drama in Baltimore, Maryland. And so this show right here is tackling all of that in this 6-episode miniseries. And if I just had to get just a little bit more specific on what everything is about, I have this for you right here. We Own the City is set in Baltimore, 2015. And oh my goodness, I clicked the wrong button. 2015, riots are erupting across the city as citizens demand justice for Freddie Gray, a 25-year-old black man who has died under suspicious circumstance while in police custody. Drugs and violent crime are surging, and the city is reaching its highest murder count in more than 2 decades. 342 homicides in a single year in a city of just 600,000 people. That's crazy. Facing pressure from the mayor's office as well as a federal investigation of the department over Gray's death, Baltimore's police commanders turned to a rank-and-file hero, Sergeant Wayne Jenkins, aka John Bernthal, and his elite plainclothes unit, the Gun Trace Task Force, to help get guns and drugs off the street. However, behind these new efforts, a criminal conspiracy of unprecedented scale was unfolding within the police department. Untrusting with fixing the city's drugs and guns crisis, Jenkins begins to exploit it instead. So sounds like we got a lot of crooked cops going on in Baltimore, Maryland, and everything is just crazy. You got violence in the police department, outside the police department, on the streets. You got riots, uprisings, protests, all that good stuff. So this seems like it would be something that I would be all over. And after watching 2 episodes, guys, I'll have to be honest with you. I am just not loving the show so far. And that is quite unfortunate. I mean, I found myself losing concentration, losing focus a number of times. It just really wasn't grabbing me as best as I wanted it to. I think that's because it has to do with the acting across the board. It's not trash, it's not horrible, but it's just not the best. And I'm expecting a little bit more, seeing that everyone was raving about this from, it's from the creators of The Wire, and that's so, fantastic. And, we got John Bernthal up in here doing his thing, and Wumi Mosuku. And, I mean, they do great things and everything else they're a part of, all their other productions. And I'm not saying that they're just doing a bad job here, but the acting and a lot of the dialogue just seems really dry to me. And there's not that many characters that I like in this show as well. I mean, with this being based on a true story, it's not, they just can't make stuff up. And so maybe that's why I have a level of disdain for it right now. I mean, if you have been subscribed to my channel, you know that I'm all about justice over here. I am against racism, white supremacy, all that. I do not like racist cops and white supremacist cops. So with them being put on the forefront like this, and especially episode 2, where I feel like they're trying to get us to try to sympathize and empathize with these bad cops, that really puts a bad taste in my mouth, So I don't know. It's a 6-episode series. I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but I'm going to give it a try. But they are doing a really good job of making you not like the character. And let's just start off with this one right here, Mr. Wayne Jenkins, aka this bully. This looks like he's constipated and doo-doo wants to come out of his nose. Why is he picking on this black man right here that just wants to get a bottle of alcohol? I mean, do you know him personally? That y'all make some type of pact saying, okay, hey, we done talked about this. You said you're gonna get your life together and not drink, on Tuesday mornings, but it's Tuesday morning and you drinking. What's up, man? We talked about this. Not the glass out your hand or the bottle out your hand. I doubt that's the case. I think that he was just being a bully, wanting to put down his dominance, like, oh, I'm ruling over you and you can't do anything, blah, 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 blah. I could be wrong, but you guys let me know in the comment section what you think. But I could be right. Like I said, I could be wrong. But even right before this, I mean, this dude is teaching all these young cadets in the classroom, talking about, hey, all this police brutality crap, that's crap. I don't want to hear none of that. People feel like police brutality is if we win in the fight, and we supposed to win the fight. So I'm just like, wow, this is just so interesting to see how their mindset, their the way they process thoughts. That's crazy. That's just like so illogical. If somebody is doing wrong or they attack somebody, okay, then you can get rough with them. But we seen in these 2 episodes, the people just minding their own damn business, and they just want to, like this brother right here, minding his own damn business, and he wants to get the bottle knocked out of his hand. So that's crazy right there. Now, this particular episode right here is dealing with a character by the name of Mamadou Gondo, who finds himself in an interrogation with who? The FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. A detective in a nearby county traces a string of overdoses to Baltimore. And if you don't know, they've been dropping a lot of names. This dude right here, he's one of the FBI agents. And this is Mamadou Gondo, aka, I was going to call him Brio or Anderson Black, but that's the other guy. G Money is his name, G Money. And we're going to talk about him later. But, this right here is taking place in 2017. And I will go ahead and say, guys, another thing that I'm just not too happy with the show about is the way that they tell the story, the pacing, and the way they're jumping back and forth with the timeline. I really don't like that. I find it kind of jarring, but it is what it is, and I'm gonna keep on doing my best to give it a chance. I don't like him either. So we got 2 people that I don't like. We got Wayne Jenkins right here, the bully, and we also got Mamadou Gondo. They're just both bad people. Now, this character, oh, that's the black man. Look, the innocent black man just want to get his drink on, Now, right here, we got them. This is just kind of what he do. The gun trace task force. He just going around trying to bust people. And that's exactly what they did, going in here, getting a bust, getting some guns off the street. He coming back to the office, bragging about it. This gentleman right here, he giving him a hard time, calling him Suits. I forgot his name, but I mean, he's an okay character. He hasn't had that much screen time, but we're going to see how he develops in the few coming episodes. But at least I like his suit. I like his glasses. I can kind of relate to that. I wear glasses over here, but so he's okay. We just gonna leave him on the fence for right now. But yeah, we got Jenkins right here, and he's an asshole, as you can clearly see. Now, this right here is where McDougal, they're not part of the gun trace task force. They got a 911 call because Ashley after an overdose and she died. So he's trying to ask questions, just talking about, hey, what's going on? Did y'all have consensual sex and all that hot jazz right there? Just doing this job. I don't have I think I have this image right here. That is McDougal. Now, this character right here and Wumi Masuku. Now, let me try to get her exact name. Her name in the show is Nicole Steele. Those are the only two characters I like, Nicole and also McDougal. No, that's not McDougal. This is McDougal right here. Those are the only two characters right now that are doing it for me, that are keeping me somewhat interested into the show, but we're just going to see how that develops. Now, this whole first episode also just kind of like a recap, trying to help you set the tone of what's going on in Baltimore, because Nicole, she's just driving around and we see nothing but police brutality out here. These police are just beating this man on the ground, and I have a point to make for all my naysayers out there. Well, why are you resisting arrest? Why don't you just do what they say and put his hand behind his back? We're going to get to that. But what was quite interesting to me is I like how they put this in the show. They showed the cops being filmed everywhere. They said, screw it, it's not worth it. We're just going to let the guy go. So what does they say? And they stated it later on in this episode that's making a statement right there to where, hey, we can't police the right way, or like, since we can't police the way we want, we're just going to police. We're not going to do it at all. I mean, if we can't beat you and abuse you and take advantage of you and maintain dominance over you, then hey, we're upset. We're just gonna whine about it. And that's just quite interesting. And I'm kind of surprised, but also glad that they put that in the show. Now, again, we got your boy McDougal right here. I mean, he seemed like a straight up dude. I'm not gonna judge him yet, but everybody else is just not doing it for me. Here is his partner right here, Hawk. I think I like him the least. I don't know what's going. I hate to be mean. He's probably a nice brother in real life, but I just don't like him. If you're a fan of him in real life, his name is Trey Channing. In the show, his name is Gordon Hawk, but he's annoying to me. And his acting is just not the best. He's just walking around seeming like he's trying to impress everybody. I don't know if that's the case with you, but y'all can let me know if you agree or disagree in the comment section below. Here we have this gentleman by the name of Ahmed. He's new to the scene. The white guy in the back is just trying to tell him, well, hey, if Hillary doesn't win the election, you're not going to have any work for the next 4 years. And I find that interesting as well, just like all the political things that, this show is talking about and how they move around and maneuver trying to get so-called justice. But I don't think he's going to be a factor either, but we're just going to have to wait and see. We haven't had too much screen time from him, but he's doing okay so far. You guys can let me know what you think down below. Now, this guy right here in the chair, this is Mr. Kirkpatrick. Mr. Kirkpatrick, and I mean, he's okay as well. I don't love the guy. I don't hate the guy either. Now we have this brother right here who is a defense attorney, and I can respect the work that Nicole is trying to do right here. Just trying to write a story on exactly what's going on in Baltimore and get to the bottom of everything. And you see that name, HERSL. She wants to know who this guy is and why he has so many complaints. He has over 50, but here he is right here. I remember him from SWAT. He was a bad guy in that movie. He was also a bad guy in this right here. But guys, look at the police brutality. I mean, my dude said he stopped, got his son in the car, trying to pull his wallet. He's complying, trying to pull his ID out the wallet, and he just takes it and just starts throwing his stuff everywhere, just like an effing asshole. I just don't like it at all. I mean, but of course, that is realistic. That is life. That is how a lot of police act, in America, across the world. And I just don't want any part of it. That just needs to be abolished and erased completely. I mean, look at him right here, taking advantage of his brother, pulled him over. We didn't get a reason. Searching his car, end up finding nothing. And just because the dude said, I'm sick of this shit and F you, he wants to instigate a fight and knock him over the back of the head. I mean, that's disgusting. And I'm mad at the cops, the black dude too. I mean, dude, who's sounding you on, man? Like, real talk. I mean, why is this allowed? And people always say, oh, every cop not bad. There are good cops out there. Why aren't more good cops speaking up? Because they know something's going to happen to them. They're probably saying that being a cop is the only profession to where you get punished for doing the right thing, especially in the episode 2 where what is the name? Stephanie no, that's not Stephanie. Nicole was talking to that 30-year-old cop that got put out there on security on that house. It's like, hey, this is bad. This is messed up. We done seen all types of crazy stuff because we got evil white supremacists going around like this and knocking the heads off of people. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. And even when Nicole tries to do something about it and investigate, you got this black judge over here smiling about it, talking about Herschel. Yes, we know that he's a horrible person. We know that, he has a bunch of complaints, but only one of them is sustained. He's an asset because he makes arrests. Really? Is that what we're doing here? Numbers? I've heard all my life that all these cops care about is quotas. And here we are in the show, they're talking about it. And here you got crooked cops over here, right here, going again, kicking in doors from drug dealers, acting all high and mighty, pulling people over on the street like they're doing the right thing, but these are crooked cops. And for what? What are they wanted for? To go to the club and throw some 20s at women? To get some drink and alcohol and some drugs? A temporary fix? You paying for ass? Your life is that whack, bro? That you gotta be a wannabe cop, wannabe member of justice, going around beating and harassing people, kicking in doors, and then gonna blow it all in one night. Okay. I mean, if that's the life you want to live, go ahead, dude. But it's despicable. It's despicable to me. I don't like it at all. And right here we got Anderson because they put the track on his car and they're going to go raid his house. They raided his apartment, the Red Roof Inn, all of that. Horrible. I'm glad it didn't die. And we kind of see what happened towards the end, but here we go right here again. McDougal, Hickory Dickory, and Doc, and like the Sarge right there with the green the stripe on his sweater. Like when he even pulled up, the acting was just not that good coming from his character. I just really wasn't feeling. I'm like, this dude just seems kind of whack to me. Like, I don't know. Like I'm trying my best, y'all. I'm trying my best, but I'm just not into the show, But right after this, it goes back to Mamadou, aka I forgot it, and I'm losing my train of thought. Mamadou, aka G Money, and then it cuts to this scene right here where he's giving the speech. But then they want the IAD, the Internal Affairs Department, to, hey, you didn't report something last month, so come over here and show up. And what's crazy is at the very beginning of this, I said, hey, remember how they just run up on people and just like, hey, stop resisting, like put your arm behind your back, stop fighting back. That's exactly what he did right here when they had him hemmed up. Hey, I'm one of you. Why are you doing me like this? I mean, come on, cops. If somebody just runs and tackles you and puts their hands on you out of nowhere, of course they're gonna jump, they're gonna react, they're gonna flex. And so we just kind of see how that plays out right there. But he has no shame. Police commissioner comes in there, tries to stir him down. He don't give a damn. He looking at him like, what? Yeah, I did it. So what? And then the FBI agents come in there and just saying, hey, do you know who I am? I mean, look at him. Dude looks just completely unstable. I hate to see John Bernthal and this light right here because I like him as an actor, but he's an asshole in this show right here. And I hope that there's some justice served and he gets his ass whooped, because I just don't like him. Now, I will be honest with you. I did like episode 2 a little bit better because things just started to make a bit more sense. However, they start jumping way back and forth as far as the timeline is concerned, going back and forth from 2015 to 17, all the way to 2003, 2004. We got him right here, Wayne, in jail. He's walking by and trying to seeing his other, I'm gonna say classmates, but other inmates and other people that was, hey, don't say nothing to nobody. Stand down, be quiet, don't say shit. That's interesting. And we see that this is in 2017 now. But then they want to take us all the way back to 2003, showing that this cop right here helping them out in training. And this is the part where I don't like. They are trying to get us to sympathize with the character. Here he is in 2017. Here he is in 2003, just trying to come across as the nice, innocent cop that ain't did nothing to nobody, blah, 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 blah. I don't like that. What are they trying to make us seem like? Okay, hey, it's nobody's fault. Police corruption is so bad that it has no choice but to turn people over to the dark side. Is that the excuse y'all are trying to make? I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be looking too far into things. But you guys let me know what you think. But I'm not feeling that. I mean, we even had a scene to where he's having some barbecue and bringing crab, and well, that's the wrong scene right there, but bringing barbecue. they complaining about the amount of crab he brought, and he's like, babe, I paid $46 for that crab. You know, it's not just gonna sit there. I mean, look at the crab, dude. Talking about it's too small and all that. You know, I don't know. I'm just not. I just feel like they're trying to make us sympathize with this character. Again, I could be wrong, but y'all let me know what you think down below. One thing that I am finding very interesting about the show is the investigation that they're making on Jenkins and the rest of his unit, the gun trace task force, because they was able to find those drugs, they was able to link it to Brill and Anderson and Black and all those people and Mamadou and all of them. Well, they're in jail right now. You know, they're being stupid and sloppy. They're getting their cars tracked. They're getting their cars traced. Like, you know, hey, do you have an iPhone? Well, just talk to me on there. They even called it out. We're like, hey, if you know that, why don't you just always talk on FaceTime? And that's very, very interesting. And that is how that's how we get to them being in jail. I just really don't like the way they're telling the story, because they're telling one part and then telling the end and filling it in the middle. And I just don't like that flow. I mean, I'm not saying that everything has to be a linear fashion where it just goes in order, but to me this is just all over the place, and it's clocking me out, and I'm just not able to get into it as much as I want to, because I like what they're doing. It's just the way that they're doing it is not really gelling with me. And this part right here broke my heart. You know, when Nicole is just trying to get some information from that cop, and she tells him about he tells her about Samuel, this dude that was arrested not too long ago. Dude just minding his own damn business, you know, and they're having this conversation in the park. He minded his own business, just chilling, and they hem him up. You're like, hey, because he got a knife in his hand, and he's like, it's a high crime area, and they pulled him over just because he has a hoodie. And also, like, was it real? If this happened in real life, was it Black cops that arrested him? Why are they trying to put the spotlight only on the Black cops and not the white? I mean, they've had it on the white ones, you know, in episode 1, but in episode 2, it seems like they're shifting the blame. And look at his face, look at his head. You know, he worried about the girl. Look, that's crazy to me. That's just crazy. And just nothing can be done. These cops can't do. Look, you know, hands are tied. We're just gonna get away with it, and I'm not liking that. Now, towards the end of the episode, you know, we got this evil dude in here just being as disgusting as he possibly can. They're doing a really good job of making us hate him. You know, just the way he treats people, the way he carries himself. I mean, this dude licking his fingers, wiping his hands on the shirt, and then gonna try to shake your hand. I wouldn't have shook his hand. I mean, that's gross as hell. You know, but I hope he gets his ass whooped too. You know, and I guess I don't want to do like a play-by-play, especially I'm recapping episodes 1 and 2 at the same time, and I will make sure I come back for 3. Maybe things will get a little bit better for me, but I don't know if you couldn't tell, I was not enthused as I was reviewing and recapping this. It's just because I'm not loving the show, and I was really, really looking forward to it, but I do have access, and I'm gonna give it a try and keep on going and try to finish strong. But you guys let me know what you think down in the comment section below, because I'm curious on what everybody thinks. You know, if you was looking forward to the show, all your likes and dislikes, whether you agree with me or disagree, just please let me know down in the comment section below. If you did like this video, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And guys, again, I just want to thank you again so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace out, and I'll see you next time.